What's up, Knicks Nation? I hope y'all are enjoying your weekend. This weekend, I hope y'all enjoying your weekend. What's up, Knicks Nation? I hope y'all safe. I hope y'all enjoying. I hope y'all all good this weekend. And yes, I asked the question. The question I asked is, can the Knicks break the Toronto curse? Apparently they did. I just finished watching the replay of the game. And yeah, it was a good, tough win. Pretty much, we talked about this on Friday. Salute Knicks Nation, Jay Cruz, Mr. Proctor. Salute Stephen Mendez, James E. Moore, King Ribby, my man. Salute to all of y'all. Yeah, apparently, Keith Watkins, my man Malik Shabazz, what's good? All right, BMO 4000, what's good? Ron Cohen, my man, my brother, good to see you. L Marshall, good to see all of y'all. Yeah, so they definitely did what they had to do today. Yesterday, they did what they had to do. Fourth straight win. Hey, Guilford McCormick, what's up? Fourth straight win. They have won 12 out of the last 17. Now, before we go into this, today, I'm going to be giving props to all our players, but I'm going to be giving props to our front office and our scouting team because I feel like they are underappreciated. Okay, I feel like they're underappreciated. Okay, so we're gonna talk about that a little bit today. I feel like they're underappreciated. People been tripping, always tripping because of these stupid NBA Central type dumb tabloid rumors that everybody think is legit that ain't worth the typing they took to do it, and people be tripping on our front office and coming up with NBA 2K trades that ain't worth even talking about. But we're gonna give our guys some props today. Yeah, so it's all good. Now, as a matter of fact, Friday somebody in the comments on my previous video said, I hope Julius Randle doesn't throw up a lot of threes. And I said, if that three is dropping the way he's playing right now, it's lights out for the other team. And the guy said, okay, yeah, that's true. Guess what? It was dropping. You can see when you look at videos of Julius Randle this past summer, if you remember looking at some of the videos that was put out over the summer of him working out, you can see he was working a lot on, we all remember he was working a lot on that step back three-pointer and that one-legged shot. Remember, he was working a lot on that over the summer. The step back three-pointer and the one-legged, and you can see he's been dropping those shots this year. Look, some of y'all want to remember what I say in stone, like it doesn't change. Look, let me explain something to y'all. If it's 90 degrees today, right, and I go outside in shorts and a t-shirt, it's because it's 90 degrees. And I say, man, I love shorts and t-shirts, right? But if tomorrow it's 20 degrees, some people say, well, why ain't you wearing the shorts and t-shirt? Because you say you love shorts and t-shirt. But if the circumstances change, so does my dress. Y'all understand? So I told y'all in the beginning of the year that Julius Randle's issues were right here. That I never doubted Julius Randle's talent. I doubted his emotional state and his makeup, whether we were going to get good Julius or bad Julius. I told y'all that. Okay. And I was saying, I told y'all that if we get good Julius, if we get Julius from 2 years ago, the Knicks are good. And I told y'all, I would say like this. Tell me if y'all remember. I say top 6. Remember that? I said, if we get good Julius this year, top 6. Not only do we got better than good Julius. This is the best basketball Julius has been playing for his whole career. This is the best ball. I've been watching Julius since he was a rookie. I don't remember him at Kentucky. I didn't remember him there. But since he was a rookie with the Lakers and then he went to Pelicans, I've been watching him. And he's always been a turnover machine, but talented, okay? And there was questions about his effort on a defensive end. That's all gone now. Because if he makes all NBA again this year, look, we legit got a chance at the ECF next year. We legit do next year. If he makes all NBA this year, and I don't know if it's just, well, one of the things it is obviously the acquisition of Jalen Brunson. One of the things, obviously, the acquisition of Jalen Brunson has helped Julius Randle. But also, I think we should also admit that it's also the growth and maturity of all the kids around Julius. The growth and maturity of RJ, of Mitchell Robinson, of Grimes, of Deuce. The growth and maturity of IQ, of all of these kids that the Knicks drafted and they're now growing up around Julius. And these youngins are helping Julius and he's trusting them. Okay. And so those things have conspired along with him keeping himself under control mentally. And he was complaining a little bit too much to the refs again in Toronto, but this is a different year for Julius. Okay. So Black is time. All right. Salute Rich Jim. Salute Andrew Abraham. Salute Vance. Thank you, Richard Vance. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So here he is dropping, and this is the combination with Juju. If he's dropping threes, playing defense, which means he's playing both sides of the ball and doing his usual rebounding, you're going to get a dominant game. And that's what they got. They got a dominant game. And he only had 3 turnovers. He was 32 points, 11 boards, 3 assists, only 3 turnovers. When you get a game like that and he's playing defense and hustling, look, this is just me. Okay, it's just me. But to me, one of the hallmarks of a superstar is the all-NBA team. Okay, when you see it, and it's not just a one, like you get a guy that might get one time all-NBA and you don't really see it anymore. But when you see a guy showing up on the all-NBA list multiple times, that means he's a top 10 player in the NBA, and he's likely that kind of piece that could lead you. Look, somebody, and people are always tripping on Tibbs because he never won a chip. I think that's very short-sighted and ignorant, and I'll tell you why. Only one team that I know of, and if you know another one, please let me know. But there's only one team that I know of in NBA history that won a championship without a superstar. That was the 2004 Detroit Pistons. That's the only team that I know of in history that won a championship without a superstar. Normally, you need 2. Some teams have more than that. But normally, to win a chip, you need 2 superstars on your team. And that means you got to have a team that got 2 guys that, to me, are top 10 NBA players. Okay? You know what I'm talking about? Y'all agree with that? Because, I mean, if you could find a team that would, tell me, please, that did not have 2 superstars on, that won a championship. Only the Detroit Pistons. So, and if you talk about Tibbs, in all his 11 years of coaching the NBA, of head coaching, he's only had a superstar once. And that was MVP Derrick Rose. And they went to the Eastern Conference Finals with MVP Derrick Rose. He didn't have 2 superstars on that team. And they went to the NBA, to the Eastern Conference Finals with MVP Derrick Rose. And they might have went further if he didn't wreck his knee, right? But he never had 2 superstars. Now, this is how it normally works. Okay, Mark Felton, you had to look hard to find Derrick Rose's Mavs, though, didn't you? Because my point is made. My point is that's the exception, bro. That's not the rule. Y'all catching that part? That's not my point to you. Is how many years has they been in the NBA? And we just reached and got 2 teams without 2 superstars on. Right? You understand what I'm saying? So that's the exception. So you need 2 superstars. Now look, every team is looking for that. Some teams like the LeBron team of Miami, or the LeBron team, even those though, because generally how a team gets to 2 superstars is like this. They try to draft and develop one. Then they try to get one through a trade or through free agency. Okay. They try to draft. Now, for example, in the case of the Boston Celtics, who have not won a championship with this current crop, they may have 2 superstars in Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum. And they're leading the East, right? Even when they had some rough patch, they still leading the East. So, you know what I'm saying? And they drafted those 2. Oklahoma City drafted Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden. They drafted all 3 of those guys. All 3 of them were MVPs. They couldn't put it together to win a chip, although they was in the Western Conference Finals and lost to Golden State because, well, never mind. But good evening, Miss Stevenson. But usually they try to draft and develop one, and then they try to get in one through free agency. Well, let me tell you. And generally speaking, a superstar, like let's say every 2 out of 3 years, they're going to be all NBA. Generally, some of them are NBA. Like if you look at the all NBA teams for the last like 3 years, you're going to see Luka Doncic's name on either the first or second team all the time. Okay. Now Dallas doesn't have a second superstar right now. If they was to get one, there'd be problems. You understand? So you don't win a championship in the NBA without a superstar, and you generally need 2 of them. Okay. Now, Julius Randle, if he makes all the NBA this year, again, that'd be 2 times in 3 years under Tom Thibodeau. He was a free agent in 2019, if you all recall. He came to the Knicks in 2019 as a free agent. Steve Mills and Scott Perry went out to California and signed him. And now look, they get Tom Thibodeau in there. Tom Thibodeau works with him. As we know, there's been a lot of bumps in the road. No question. But look here, if he gets all NBA this year, we got a superstar. If he keeps playing like this, we got one. Okay, we got one. You can't say 2 out of 3 seasons all NBA. That means he's a top 10 player. I'm talking about the first and second team. There's 3 teams all NBA. And the third team, okay. But I'm saying the first and second team all NBA. That means you are the top 10 players in the NBA. Julius Randle was second team 2 years ago. If he gets second team this year, he's a superstar. Because to me, in my book, that's just me. So I'm saying. So you got one. Now, here's where it gets tricky, right? I think we're through the minefield of trying to get, and this is the problem, trying to get a superstar. You generally have to give up, when you're trading for one, you have to give up a lot of talent. You also have to give up a lot of picks. Like you're sacrificing your future to try to win that chip that year you get the superstar, right? Okay? Like Golden State, well, you know, and this is true now, under Mark Jackson, they drafted Stephen Curry. No, they drafted, not Stephen Curry. They drafted Klay Thompson and Draymond Green under Mark Jackson to pair with Stephen Curry. Their first year, they had 23 wins. Then they went to 47. Then they went to 51. Then they got rid of Mark Jackson, as we know, because of the alphabet soup. The next year, they won the chip. That should have been Jackson's chip, but it's all good. You know what I'm saying? My point is they drafted 2 superstars in Thompson and Curry. Okay. Thank you, Lewis Luck, for the $5. If they make the playoffs, he'll be the best player on the 2 playoff teams that'll change it. That's right. That's exactly right. No, it would. You're right. It would change the trajectory of his career. That's exactly right. So he gets all NBA this year. He's going to be a superstar. I can label him as a superstar, and we got one. Okay. Now, Danny Lance asked a question. So look, when you trying to get that superstar, you either drafting him and developing him, or you getting a free agent like Julius Randle, 2019. Now look, I think if you want to be observant, a fair observer, I think it's fair to say, and y'all tell me if I'm wrong, when they signed Julius Randle, he was not a superstar. When they signed him, when Scott Perry signed him in 2019, he was not a superstar. He was not, okay? He had been an empty stats dude. Empty stats, okay? Because he wasn't giving his all on the defense. He was turning the ball over too much. But since Tibbs came, the next year Tibbs came, and he had all NBA season. I don't think that's coincidental, okay? But that's all NBA. Okay, so you could say, and that's what I was saying, that was a one-hit wonder. Okay, he had a great season. There was nobody in the stands, and we know what happened in the playoffs against the Leprechaun in them, right? We know what happened. So we said, okay, that was a one-hit wonder. That's not him. You know, I said that. I admit it. And I was like, okay, who could we trade him for? You know, that's what I was thinking. Then last year happened, and you see he was all out of whack all season. Like, okay, we got to get rid of this guy. And then, but I found out later, you know, from Ian Begley mostly, The Knicks are not going to trade him. They weren't interested in trading him. And they definitely not giving him away. So I was like, oh, shoot. And that was frustrating a lot of us, right? That was frustrating a lot of us. It's like that. And then they signed, and we all knew at the same time, all of us in Knicks Nation understood, no matter what area you coming from, we needed a point guard. Now, I happen to think we had one and quickly induced. Y'all know that. I was like, we got our point guard. We got quickly induced. You just got to give him the keys and let it run. But the Knicks were after Jalen Brunson. I wasn't particularly into Jalen Brunson until I saw him drop 40 against Phoenix in the playoffs. And I was like, oh, shoot. Maybe this dude could play. Because like I said, you don't drop 40 in the NBA, the toughest league in the world, and the playoffs are the most intense on the planet. There ain't no game on the planet as intense as the NBA playoffs for basketball. I don't care what league you in, China, Spain, FIBA, whatever. There is no intensity like NBA playoffs. Okay. Was it the Jazz, Andrew? I thought it was the Jazz. Okay. But he took over. And I was like, oh, shoot, man. This dude could play. He just showed me he could play. Okay. I still wasn't into 100 million, to be quite honest with you, but I was thinking 80. So, but even with that being the case, though I was concerned, especially for Deuce McBride a little bit, I said, okay, that would help Randle. Okay, that would help Randle. Okay. It did. And now we got good Randle. And to me, the big change in him was shown when he came out and apologized for his attitude in that one game that he went off on old bad Julius, and he apologized. He said, I can't put my team in that bad position. That was my bad. I was like, oh, shoot. He never had done that. In his first 2 years in New York, he had never done that. When he did that, I was psyched. At that point, I was psyched because I was like, oh, shoot, we might be getting a real good Julius this year. And that's what we've been getting. Okay, that's what we've been getting. So if we get it all now, look and see. Look, the Clippers gave up Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, right? And a whole lot of picks to get Paul George to pair with Kawhi Leonard. See, it's also very difficult to just free agent your way to it. LeBron did it, but even when LeBron did it, look what Miami had. They had a superstar in Dwayne Wade. So he came there with Chris Bosh, and then that was the lights out for 2 championships, right? And then he came to Cleveland. They had a superstar in Kyrie Irving, but they drafted Kyrie Irving. See, they drafted him. And so you drafted Kyrie, you add the superstar LeBron, championship. See that? And so that's usually the way they do it. So here, 2019, they signed Julius Randle. They bring in Tom Thibodeau, All-NBA, 4th in the East, #1 defense. Last year, they made a mistake. They brought in Evan Fournier. They brought in Kemba Walker. Didn't work out, right? Didn't work out that well. Didn't work out. They dropped Kemba from the rotation early, as you remember, early in the season. Fournier set the record for threes, but we could all see he was really a turnstile on defense of being out in the rotation too long. And I thought he would be good off the bench, but I didn't want him because I didn't want him to interfere with Cam. I wanted Cam to get those minutes, and I didn't want Fournier interfering with those minutes. But as we can see now, Cam is out of the rotation. So now Fournier, to me, is in his perfect position. I still think we need to move his contract, but he's in his perfect position coming off the bench as a shooter. Thank you, Sin 1129, Steve. Peace and blessings, my brother. Peace and blessings, my brother. Yeah, so they didn't make, but then as all this time was going by, Mitchell Robinson was drafted in 2018. Deuce McBride was drafted in 2021. Grimes was drafted in 2021. IQ was drafted in 2020. Obi was drafted in 2020. And during this period of time between Tom Thibodeau's first year and now, all of these guys, RJ was drafted, 2017? RJ's 4th season. So he was drafted like 2018, I think. Yeah. So now All of these guys are developing. These are guys they drafted. And tonight or last night, Mitch Robinson, 18 boards. Wait, y'all still looking to trade him for Miles Turner? Wait, RJ was 2019. Thank you, Cherokee. All right, 2019. Okay. Wait, y'all still looking to trade Mitch Rob for Miles Turner? He got 18 rebounds, 8 on the offensive end. There's no better offensive rebounder in the NBA than Mitchell Robinson. Okay? There's no better. Yeah, thank y'all. 2019. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm not worried about no Miles Turner, no stretch 5 garbage. Y'all know from the beginning I wasn't with that. Y'all know, right? Some of y'all know I was never with that. Anybody talking about we need a stretch 5? I says, man, get out of here with that bull crap, man. I got Mitch Rob. I'm good. I told y'all. And some of you was like, well, he's injury prone. Some of you like, no, he can't shoot. We need an offensive player. Y'all still talking that? 18 boards, 10 defensive, 8 offensive rebounds. They had no answer for Mitchell Robinson. The Knicks had so many second chance points, they didn't know what to do with him. They had no answer for him. Okay? None. And I'm going to tell you something else. Championships are won with dudes like this. Championships are won with dudes like that. That's how you win a chip. Okay? Lewis Luck, thanks for the $5. You hit the hit on in there with Grimes. He's averaging 10 in the game. Excellent defense. What do you think he scores next year as a starter? 16 to 20. I'm getting ready to bring him up, Lewis Luck. I'm getting ready to bring him up. Mitch Rob, drafted in 2018, 18 boards. Okay? No, a Brunson LaMelo backcourt wouldn't work. No defense. You'd have to get rid of Brunson. And I probably would. No, I would. LaMelo Ball is a budding superstar. He's under the radar. He's like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's under the radar as far as superstars are concerned. But he's coming. I mean, and that's the type of dude you put him in MSG. Oh my goodness, man. Lights out. He would average 12 to 15 assists per game. LaMelo. Imagine a brother like that running with Mitchell Robinson. It won't happen. I told y'all 2 years from now, we're going to look about that. 2 years from now. Not right now. I'm not worried about that right now. 2 years from now. Some of y'all can't understand when I say that. I'm not talking about doing that this year or even next summer. I'm talking about 2 years. I have a habit of looking far ahead. I do that. But 2 years from now, watch. That's all I'm saying. Deuce McBride, 2021. Now, remember we was talking about Deuce when he first, not next summer. Remember when we was talking about Deuce and there were people out here saying Deuce can't shoot? You know, some of them tripping fools that don't know nothing about Deuce. Oh, Deuce is only a second round pick. They're going to trade him. Remember that? Yeah, wait. Remember that? I told y'all. That's my dude. And I told y'all, I said he needs some time to get acclimated. And I also said to y'all, consistent minutes brings consistent play. When they were in that 5-game losing streak, one of the hallmarks was that they were giving Deuce inconsistent minutes. That's a problem. Deuce got 21 minutes last night, and he was very confident. 3 of 6 from the floor, 3 of 5 from 3. Very confident shooting that basketball. And let me tell you something. Fred VanVleet knows his name now. Fred VanVleet knows his name now. See, Deuce, and even Tom Thibodeau said, he said Deuce is a scorer. Now, a scorer is a dude that would need minutes because he got to get in the flow. Like RJ Barrett's a scorer, okay? And he know he's going to get 35, 40 minutes a game. Deuce has got to be able to adapt to being a spot-up shooter in the role he's playing right now, okay? He's got to be able to adapt to be a spot-up shooter. And that's what he's doing. Okay, that's what he's doing. That's why he's hitting his shots. You're going to see more of that. As he gets acclimated, you're going to see more of that. See, I'm telling you right now, you ain't seen the best. Now let's talk about my man, Grimes. Drafted in 2021 with Deuce. Grimes played 36 minutes and got 13 shots. Now that is what I want to see. I did not like the previous game. He played 37 minutes and only got 8 shots. I was blaming Brunson. That's the point guard's responsibility. You got to make sure a guy like Grimes gets his touches. And this is how you win basketball games easier. You know what it is, brethren? You're going to get some ugly wins. Okay? You're going to get some ugly wins. That's the hallmark of a good team. But you also want some wins where you win it in the flow. You win it in the flow with your flow very easily. You're not really stressing. You win. And guys like Grimes helps you get that. Did you all notice how many touches he got? Aside from actually the shots, he got 13 shots, but he got a lot of touches. And why is that important? Because Grimes is a playmaker. He can go off the dribble. He can hit the spot up. He's a tremendous passer, aside from being, to me, an elite defender. See? So you get all of that. Not only that, when Siakam hit 52, Grimes didn't play. You see, you turn on the Mitchell Robinson defensive monster with Deuce and Grimes on the floor. Okay? You turn on the defensive monster of Mitchell Robinson when you put Deuce and Grimes out there with him. Grimes wasn't out there, and I want you to notice who they had guarding Siakam most of the game. Quentin Grimes. How many points did Siakam score? 9. 9. Okay, 9. Grimes didn't play the last time. Okay, so now Grimes, excellent shooter. So wait, I'm going to tell you something else. If it ever got to a point where they were giving Grimes, instead of 13 shots a game, let's say he got 16 to 18 shots a game, you probably get a 20-point score. You probably get a 20-point score. Yeah, because that's right, Pudge Nice. Fournier is not a defender. And I'm not trying to down Fournier. He's a tremendous shooter. But he's going to give up as much as he scores because he's not a defender. So you got to limit his minutes. But a guy like Grimes can shoot just as good. And I told you, he can shoot just as good as Fournier. But the defense is not on, we can't even compare. Not even fair to compare. Okay? So Grimes is going to just get better. And I told y'all, just give them time. I told you during the 5-game losing streak, people was just jumping off bridges and tripping. And I told y'all, the Knicks are a work in progress. Didn't I tell y'all that? See, the next time you start hearing all this tripping crap, the Knicks are a work in progress. Right now, at 22-18, they're on pace for a 45-win season. Did you hear me? At 22-18, they're on pace for a 45-win season. Okay, and yeah, don't think some of y'all get tripped out. Obi's gone. Also, we need to trade Obi. Oh, too bad. I think Obi's going to be traded. What? Come on, y'all. Come on, man. So RJ's out. So we playing better without RJ. Come on, y'all. Stop it. Come on, man. Y'all got to do better. Come on, baby. We're going to be good. RJ comes back strong. We're going to be good. Okay. You want RJ Barrett. Believe me. Okay. And I love Quickly, but that's how deep we are. Speaking of Quickly, IQ drafted in 2020, 37 minutes, 4 of 8 from the field, 13 points, 4 assists, 0 turnovers, +9. And that's one of his worst games, isn't it? I mean, in this streak here, IQ's been killing. Okay. And yeah, RJ was averaging about between 25 and 27 a game during the 8-game winning streak, something like that. Some of y'all forget too easily, man. RJ was a problem. And guess what? When he come back, he's still going to be a problem. Okay. And you heard what Tom Thibodeau said about Obi. He said, we're ramping him up. That's code. That's Tom Thibodeau code for we're getting him ready to get back in the rotation. He just needs some more reps. Okay. So yeah, no, listen. We get Obi back and RJ back, and we get back to our regular 9-man rotation. The Knicks are going to be trouble, man. They're going to be a serious problem. And here, Tom Thibodeau went 8. Really, he played 8 against Toronto because Sims only got 4 minutes. He played Fournier 12, McBride 21, Hartenstein 16. So that is the kind of minutes you want. Okay. Yeah, right, Gilbert. That's right. That's right. And that's right, Andrew. We haven't seen them fully healthy. So when they get to that point, and this is the thing, Juju played 40 minutes. But I have to be honest, I don't know about y'all. I'm not worried about him getting 40 minutes a game. The dude is like indestructible. I mean, he really is. He's like He-Man, man. I mean, he's something else, man. So I'm not, as far as there's other things to concern yourself with about Julius Randle, but it's not his it's not his durability, right? We're not worried about, I'm not worried about his durability. I'm not worried about that. I think Tibbs could ride that ball all the way through the playoffs, man. So I'm not worried about Julius Randle. In fact, it seems to me that as he gets all sweaty and gets more further into it, he gets better. Now, everybody hits that, like happened a week ago Thursday. Everybody hits the love. Some people don't still think it's an excuse. It's not an excuse. It's the NBA. Teams hit love. They hit them at different times. Every team does. Okay. Just the other night. What night? Well, it was the other night. Daggone Milwaukee lost. Milwaukee lost to who? They lost to on Friday night with Giannis only scoring 9 points. Milwaukee lost to Charlotte 138-109. 138-109. Milwaukee lost to the worst team in the Eastern Conference, 138-109. That's Milwaukee Bucks with MVP Defensive Player of the Year, Giannis Antetokounmpo. See? You see what I'm saying? So any team could beat any team, and there's a lot of factors. Fatigue is one factor. So Julius had a little lull a week ago Thursday. Obviously, against Toronto, he's over that. Okay, they get that second win, man, and they moving. These are pro athletes, right? So IQ has been playing tremendous. I love how Tibbs is using Fournier. He played 12 minutes. That's about what you want from him. You don't want no more than 12, 15 minutes from Fournier. But in that 12, 15 minutes, he only scored 4 points, but they were big points. Okay, big points. Okay, that's what you want from Evan. He wasn't really dropping his 3-ball, because when he's doing that, it's really something else. But make no mistake, don't get it twisted. As soon as RJ and Obi come back, Fournier is taking his seat on the end of the bench. Okay. Thank you, Craig McQueen. Appreciate that. What's up, Carrillo? So yeah, he's taking his seat back on the end of the bench, and they're gonna go with this 9-man rotation that's gonna start lighting it up. JB, free agent in 2022. So look, can we now say, with the free agent acquisition of Julius Randle, with the free agent acquisition of Jalen Brunson, with the free agent acquisition of Evan Fournier, the Knicks did pretty good, didn't they? I mean, Fournier's overpaid, but in his spot right now on the bench, coming in the way he did, I think we all right. Okay. And okay, we still need to trade the contract, but hey, is Thibodeau using him well or not? Thibodeau won a 100th game the other day against Toronto. He won his 100th game as the New York Knicks coach. He won his 100th game in 2.5 seasons. 2.5 seasons. Okay. That's out of 190 games, he's won 100. Like 194 games, something like that. He's won 100. That's what last year's using season. Thibodeau has never, in 11 years as the NBA head coach, he has never had 2 losing seasons in a row, ever. Okay? That's why I'm cutting people off that comes with the Thibodeau hate on my channel. Some people don't like it. Well, this guy, he don't let nobody talk. I told y'all, man, y'all getting closer to third rail. I'm tired of going through coaches. I'm tired of it. We've been revolving door coaches my whole life as a Knick. I mean, we had Red Holzman. We had UB Brown for a number of seasons. We had Pat Riley for a few seasons, and then Jeff Van Gundy. But aside from those exceptions, we didn't really keep nobody for more than 2 or 3 years. We keep firing dudes for various reasons. Some of them we was too short-sighted, like with Lenny Wilkins. Okay. Some of them just stunk, like David Fizdale. Okay, some of them just stunk. That's why, listen here, the next time we need a coach, please don't be asking for, I don't care how good they was in college. Don't ask for coaches that ain't got no NBA experience to come to Madison Square Garden. We don't need that. We need somebody that has a proven record in Madison Square Garden. Y'all understand it's the hardest market in the world to play in. There's only 2 markets that's tough. It's New York and Philly. Even Boston, maybe Chicago, I think is a third. Chicago, New York, Philly, the toughest markets to play in. Okay, but New York's the toughest. See, so you can't have no rookie coach coming into New York. You can't. Okay, so y'all talking about Jay Wright? Forget Jay Wright. See, sometimes people just look at names. Jay Wright, let's go get him. And somebody had the nerve to talk about Becky Hammond. What the hell? I mean, okay. Anyway, Lewis looks. He's happy Harpin instead of fire again. We need a coach with some experience, somebody that knows how to win in the NBA. That was Tom Thibodeau. And I'm telling you, he's going to be the first coach in more than 30 years to actually fulfill his contract. Then they might make a change because Tibbs would be like 70, close to 70 at that time. The NBA is a tough situation on your body, even as a coach. And Tibbs would grind himself till he dropped dead on the side. But I don't know. We have to look. I think from that point, we might have to look somewhere else, but we'll see what happens. That's what I'm saying. Like Becky Hammer's like, anyway. So, but these are names that people was throwing up the last time the Knicks had opened. Becky Hammer might come in for an interview, or we might get Jay Wright. Please go get Jay Wright. I said, what the hell's wrong with some of y'all, man? You can't be bringing no rookie into New York. This is New York City. Y'all know this MSG, right? And just looking at the fan base, what you think they're going to deal with y'all? Becky Hammond be running home to her girlfriend. Shit. Nuh-uh. That ain't going to work. That ain't going to work. You know what I'm saying? Fizdale came from South Central and had coached Memphis and had a good season. They went to the playoffs. Then they had a bad season after that, and they could let him go. Okay, but nah, man. That ain't gonna work. You need a proven coach like Mark Jackson or Kenny Atkinson, somebody that's been in the league and been in the pressure and know what it's like to be on the sidelines in New York. That's what I'm saying. Okay. You know what, Andrew? I wouldn't rate his beard and mustache, but I will give him props for losing weight. Y'all notice he lost weight, right? Tibbs looked like he lost some weight. I don't know if he's doing keto or what he's doing, but looked like homie lost some weight. Y'all notice that? I mean, he still got the dad bod, but he looked like he slimmed down a little bit. I think I give him a 10 on that. He looked like he losing weight. Got to give Tibbs some props on that. You got to give him some props. Yeah, Quinn Snyder. See that? Now you're talking. Quinn Snyder, Kenny Atkinson, Mark Jackson. Now you're talking. You see what I'm saying? Guys that been proven in the NBA as winners. No rookies. Somebody that knows how to win. Or Budenholzer, if all of a sudden don't work out in Milwaukee, that's a guy you want to look at. Guys like that. Okay? Yeah. Johnny Bryant. See, Johnny Bryant's the exception. Why? Because he's on the sidelines with Thibodeau. He's in New York right now. See? So he's getting his feet wet in New York. I would not mind Johnny Bryant. See? That's what I'm saying. But you don't talk to me about some dude coming off the NCAA. This ain't college. This the league, man. This ain't college. This the league. You know what I'm saying? You can't be, and this is New York. You the major league when you come to New York. You better be major league dealing with these people. Anyway, and my father would say, shucks. But JB, now, Jalen Brunson, he hit some big shots. He had 8 dimes. He had 5 turnovers. He missed some free throws. He was minus 15, but he hit some big shots. Now, this is the thing. I feel like this. I feel Brunson is still getting acclimated to being in New York as the dude and running this team. He's getting more comfortable, but I think he's still getting acclimated. Okay. Yeah, he's got the clutch gene. I don't think there's any doubt. What we saw in the playoffs showed that, and he's showing it here. He's got the clutch gene. He definitely has the clutch gene. But in this game, what I was happy about is not only clutch baskets. I'm getting used to him hitting clutch baskets, but I was glad he was getting the ball to Grimes. He was making sure Grimes got touches. That's big time. He's making sure Grimes got his touches. And Grimes and what I love about Quentin Grimes, you very rarely see him force a shot. He's going to take a good shot or he's not going to take the shot. I love that, man. Totally under control is Quentin Grimes. Okay. Totally under control all the time. Okay. Yep. So, and Grimes has got that clutch gene, that dagger gene in him also. And he's only in his second year now. Okay. So, hey, so look, Mitch Robinson drafted 2018. Deuce McBride drafted 2021. Quentin Grimes drafted 2021. IQ drafted 2020. Jericho Sims only played 4 minutes. Drafted 2021. I was afraid they were going to move Sims out of the rotation and keep Hartenstein in there, and they did. Hartenstein free agent, whatever. But it is what it is. Yeah, the Knicks are on an uptick. They're saying that RJ won't be ready for another week. So that's going to take us into next weekend. So we may see RJ for the Martin Luther King game. He's been running a lot, so it's not like he's out of shape or anything. So we may see him there, but he got to get his rhythm back, and he may shoot the ball horribly for a little bit. Some of y'all are going to jump off the cliff about that. I'm not, but I'm not worried about RJ. He's going to be all right long term. And then, of course, Obi, I'm hoping he gets some more G League reps this week and some more 5-on-5 with the Knicks this week. And then he can start getting back in his usual spot in the rotation. So somebody also mentioned, why did I say, I said a year ago that Obi might have a trading problem. I did say that. But if you have noticed, what has changed? Obi is not complaining about coming off the bench behind Julius Randle. I thought he would be, but he's not. Obi is very content to be in orange and blue. He don't care if he comes off the bench as long as he is playing, and he's going to be in the rotation. He's going to be in that 9-man set, okay? And he's content with that. Hey, listen, if he agrees, I agree. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's got all-star talent, but listen, if he's happy playing off the bench in New York, okay, we'll take it. I like to sign him, though. Lock him down $40 million. Lock him down as quick as you can so you don't have to worry about him, okay? Obi will be happy with that. Lock him down 40, 50 million. Done. 4 years. Done. Let's do it. Okay. So I'm hoping they lock Obi down. And if he's content coming off the bench behind Julius Randle, hey, listen, I have no problem with that. None. Okay. So let's do that. Okay. That's all I'm saying. So that's why that has changed. But with Emmanuel Quickly, I don't know. I'm concerned. I'm still concerned about Emmanuel Quickly. You see how good he's playing, right? You see how good he's playing as a starter. I don't know. I'm saying I don't know because he could start right now for several NBA teams. Like I told y'all, he could start for Houston. He could start for Miami. He could start for the Wizards. He could start for Minnesota. He could start for several NBA teams right now. Would I trade Quickly for Clarkson? No. Would I trade Quickly for Josh Hart if they were giving me a pick? I would, because Quickly's better than Josh Hart. I would trade him if it would give me. And Josh Hart's pretty good, but Josh Hart would be coming off the bench. So you need somebody happy coming off the bench. So if he comes off the bench, I would do it, but you got to give me a pick with it. I'm not doing it straight up because Quickly's better than Josh Hart to me. Quickly's better than him. Okay, so I need a pick with that. If you want to do that, I need a pick with Josh Hart, and then you can have Quickly if that's the case. But I don't think Quickly would want to go to Portland. Why would he do that? He'd be playing behind Anthony Simons and Damian Lillard. He wants to start, so he's not going to Portland. No, that's not even, even though I would do it, that's not going to happen. He's not doing that. And I would not trade him to the Jazz for Clarkson. Clarkson is a 6-man, so that's possible. Clarkson is a good 6-man, so in that regard, yeah, but I don't know if would he start in Utah? Who asked that question? Liam Neeson, would he start in Utah? Talent-wise, I like to keep Quickly, but if he's going to see, I want to see, this is what happens now. I know some of y'all don't want to hear this, but the management does try to do right by the player because that helps the reputation of the management. They try their best. If the player's on good terms with them, especially a guy they drafted, they want to do right by that guy. So everybody else around the league will see that. So if IQ was going to start in Utah, yeah. But look here. You know why that would never happen, Neeson? You know what that would never happen, Liam Neeson? Because you know who's the general manager, or at least who's running the shots in Utah. And that wouldn't happen. He wouldn't do that. Even though it would be fair. He wouldn't do it. You understand? You're dealing with the Ripper. And the Ripper, sometimes he's stupid. So we ain't even dealing with the Ripper. So I guess we could forget Utah. Right? But he could start there if the Ripper wasn't there. But the Ripper's there. He's gonna be asking like Jordan Clarkson's worth like 5 first-round picks or some stupidness. That ain't gonna work. And then he's gonna piss off Leon. Leon gonna say, go punt Sam, bro. I'm out. That's what I'm saying. So, but Houston, Miami, the Wizards, the Timberwolves, all of those are possibilities for the starting point guard role for Emmanuel Quickly. Okay, all of them are. And I wouldn't even sleep on the Clippers because the Clippers are in a position where they done doled out a lot of loot, and they gotta win something while they got Kawhi if they can keep him. So who they got as their point guard? They got Reggie Jackson, John Wall, Terrence Mann. Quickly start over all of them. Quickly starting over all of them. I'm saying if quickly would start, and not only that, quickly would help them win now. So I'm saying I wouldn't sleep on the Clippers either. Okay, yeah, Kennard's not the point guard though. Kennard is a shooting guard. He comes off the bench for Paul George as the shooting guard. He's a shooting guard. He's a two. Quickly's a point. And Quickly can play like a two, but he's a point too. The Knicks said they keep an IQ, but what you think they're gonna say? You think they're gonna tell you how they trading him? Or you think Quickly gonna say I want to be traded? They got too much class for that. I would love Emmanuel Quickly to stay. I'm hoping, and that's what I'm saying, as soon as they're able to offer him an extension, they should do it. They should do it. I'm concerned about that because and again, let's go back to the original reason for my concern, is I think we can all agree Emmanuel Quickly can start for a team as a point guard in the NBA. I think we can agree to. Can we agree to that? Emmanuel Quickly can be a starter as a point guard in the NBA. Okay, that's all I'm saying. And because of that, that's a threat to a kid that we have in a rookie contract right now, especially since he can't start. As long as Brunson is here, he's not starting for the Knicks unless, a guy like RJ is out or Brunson is out or Grimes is out. Then you're going to get Quickly starting. But aside from that, Quickly's not starting, but he's good enough to start. Yeah, I'm agreeing with you, Pudge. They got to give him at least $72 million, man. He's going to cost you that. He's worth every penny. He really is worth every penny. I'd give him $72 million tomorrow if I could. If I'm the Knicks general manager signing them checks, I'm giving him 72. Gumby is here, my man. My man is rejoicing in Julius Randle gonads today. I hear you, brother. I hear you. He's rejoicing in Julius Randle's sweat. He's out here washing Julius Randle's jaw for him. He loves Julius Randle. He's out here scrubbing his drawers. He loves him some Randle. I hear you, Gumby. I hear you. I hear you. He is the Knicks' best player. He's all NBA. You told us, brother. You told us. You was right. Go ahead, Gumby. Gumby, go. Oh, man. My man Gumby. Yo, he is. He's the best player on the Knicks. To me, he's not only an all-star right now, but he's all NBA level to me. He's one of the top 10 players in the NBA to me. Right now, I think he's a top 10 Chicago because I think he will be at least second team all NBA. When you're in all NBA, to me, those are the best players in the NBA that season. So right now, I think Julius Randle is second team all NBA. Okay. Well, the thing is, Andrew, you're right, but all NBA is chosen before the playoffs, right? So the all NBA team is chosen before the playoffs. So we won't be able to see that, but it's based on your regular season. And as a regular season player, he's a top 10 player right now. I see Julius Randle a top 10 player in the NBA right now. He's at least second team all NBA. Okay. And if the Knicks end up being, like I said, at least top six and or better, they can add, to me, the Knicks are between 4 and 6 this year. If they end up in that role, don't let them win the first round series. Randle will be a legend forever. Then, Randle will be a legend forever. See, some people still calling for, 39-year-old Carmelo Anthony, whatever he is, to come back and play because we won a playoff series with him. That's the last time we won one. Okay, so yes, it's a long shot, Guilford. I think we're going to get Julius Randle. Please go vote for your guys. Listen, I vote for all 5 of our starters every day. Every day. I vote, even tonight, I'm going to vote for all 5 of our starters tonight. Vote for your dudes every day. Vote for your guys to go to the NBA All-Star game. Just vote for them. I believe Randle will get chosen, even if he's not voted in by the fans. I'm concerned about JB. I think Brunson has earned an all-star berth to me. the Knicks being the 6th seed, I think he has. Now there's some competition. Okay, there is. Because you got to look at the standings, right? So you got to look at the standings, and you got to see what's the point guard, who are the point, because you got 4 point guards that you got to have four point guards or 4 guards, right? So what are we talking about? You said right now, first place you got the Boston Celtics, that's Marcus Smart. You got the Brooklyn Nets, that's Kyrie Irving. You got the Milwaukee Bucks, that's Jrue Holiday. You got Cleveland Cavaliers, which got both Garland and Donovan Mitchell, and you got the Sixers, which have James Harden and of course Tyrese Maxey. Now, I'll be honest, I think we can all agree he's not going in before any of those guys, right? Can we agree with that? So it's going to be hard for him unless somebody gets hurt. You understand? So you got Marcus Smart, you got Garland, Donovan Mitchell, you got Jrue Holiday, you got James Harden. That's 5 guys. You only really got 4 guard spots. So you got 5 guys that's already there. So if one of those guys gets hurt, they can't. Yes, they can go for it. They're number 1 in the East. The Celtics are number 1 in the East. That counts. When your team is killing like that and you want to get voted in by the players or the coaches, Marcus Smart would get that nod. He was Defensive Player of the Year last year. So he's going to get that nod. That's what I'm saying. I mean, so that's how this works. So it's going to be hard for Brunson. You got to look at it like this. Look at what the teams are that are rated ahead of the Knicks right now. And you right now got 5. And all 5 of those teams got all-star guards on their team. Okay? Now, Randle, to me, of all of those teams, you're talking about as far as like, okay, so you got Tatum and Brown. All right? You got Kevin Durant. You got Giannis. Cleveland got a really good team, but I wouldn't put anybody in the front court of Cleveland right now over Julius Randle. And of course, you got Embiid in Philly. So Randle's got a real shot because you're going to take like 6 front court dudes at least. So Randle's got a real shot to make this team. He should be on this team. So somebody else, can we get 2? It's going to be hard. We're going to definitely get Randle. I don't know about Brunson, but somebody in the chat, I forgot which one of y'all was, mentioned Brunson as MIP. I'm definitely could see that. I could definitely see Brunson as the most improved player in the NBA this year. Especially if he keeps averaging 20 points a game and the Knicks end up top 6 in the East and he's the starting point guard, he's the most improved player in the NBA this year. Okay, gotta be. There's nobody else. The Knicks going from like the 11th seed to the 6th seed with the pickup of Jalen Brunson. And now with the pickup of Jalen Brunson, all of a sudden Julius Randle turns into an all-NBA player for the second time in 3 seasons. Brunson, to me, would be hands down the most improved player in the NBA, to me. So I can see that. Gumby said we're going to trade Obi, RJ, Grimes, and picks for Luka. No, we're not. No, we're not. I wish, but Luka ain't. No. See, you want to get a superstar to pair with the superstar. So I guess you would have Randle, Brunson. Who would you have? Randle, Brunson, Mitchell Robinson, Deuce. If you're able, maybe quickly. I guess you would have a good team. Yeah, because you still have a team. Because Luka don't need that much to take you to the promised land. I could see that. Gumby. It doesn't sound good, but as I think about it, it's not a bad idea. But if, Gumby, I hope we get Luka. I ain't arguing with you. But it is a wish on the star, isn't it? It's kind of like pie in the sky, is it not? I mean, we shouldn't hang our hat on that, correct? I mean, you trying to predict it. Okay, I hear you. You want to be right? You want to be smart? Okay, good. Hopefully we do. I would love to get Luka Doncic. I ain't fronting. Luka's, to me, a superstar. So, yeah, I would do it. I would. Those guys would be, as much as I love Obi. Who'd you say? You said Obi. Who'd you say? Obi. Yeah, Marketing definitely in the running for most improved. There's no doubt. Lauri Marketing, you got to, he definitely, he's got to, you got to give him that. There's no doubt. Who did you say? You said Obi, RJ. Who did you say? I forgot. I didn't catch it. Gumby, who did you say? I can't remember. But yeah. But all things, unless you're Obi, RJ, Grimes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I can see that. That's what it would cost to get plus 4 unprotected. That's what it would cost to get Luka. Yeah. But if you bring in him with Randle, Mitchell Robinson, you already traded RJ, so you're going to have IQ, you're going to have Deuce. You got to draft some kids. It's going to be tough. And then you're going to have Sims still. I mean, you got to have Jalen Brunson still. Yeah, maybe. I'd be scared about that, but maybe, yeah. That maybe. Okay, I could buy that. Jay Hands, Jordan Poole for who? Who you going to send to Golden State to get Jordan Poole? There's nobody. I wouldn't. For who? See, Jordan Poole would be nice if we didn't have Jalen Brunson. Jordan Poole would be nice if we didn't have Emmanuel Quickly. Jordan Poole would be nice if we didn't have Quentin Grimes. Because you know what? I'm not giving up any of those guys for Jordan Poole. None of them. Yeah. So Jordan Poole would be nice, but who you giving up? If we didn't have Emmanuel Quickly, yeah. Or if we didn't have Grimes, yeah. Hey, or if we didn't sign Jalen Brunson, okay, maybe. But we got all those guys. Why we wouldn't need Jordan. We don't need Jordan Poole. Yeah, no, I don't want Jordan Poole. That's what I'm saying. When you guys throw out a name, tell me who's leaving for you to get that dude. So everybody's on this OG Anunoby jockstrap. Who are we giving up? Are you telling me you're gonna give up RJ for him? Y'all crazy. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Okay, and I'm dead going sure not giving up no Quentin Grimes for him. So I don't know why everybody keep mentioning OG Anunoby. I'm not giving up anything for him. I'm not giving up nobody in my 9-man rotation for him. Okay, I'm not doing it. So that's what I'm saying. But y'all see all these rumors and everybody saying we gotta go get this guy. Oh my gosh, please! The crack must be making a comeback because some people tripping, and I'm wondering what's wrong with some of them people. Are y'all crazy? I'm not giving up none of them. Now, it is a full moon. It's a full moon tonight because Gumby's the only one making sense. Gumby watching this and he's scrubbing Randall's drawers for him while he's watching. Yeah. But he's the only one making sense. Talking about Luka. He's the only one making sense. I would trade a lot for Luka, man. Look, Hartenstein's a salary filler. You're not getting no talent for Hartenstein. You're not getting no talent for Hartenstein. I'm sorry, you just not. Wait. Why would Orlando do that? Why would Orlando do that? Who's better, Mo Bamba or Isaiah Hartenstein? Who's better? Why would Orlando do? They just re-signed Mo Bamba, and he's agreed to come off the bench. Why would they trade him for Isaiah Hartenstein, the foul machine? Why would they do that? They're not going to do that. And not only that, I am pro Knicks. I am pro Knicks players, especially those we have drafted. So if you're going to get rid of Hartenstein, all I want is salary because what I want to do is move up Sims into Hartenstein's minutes. That's all I want. I don't want nobody back that's going to cause Sims to stay on the end of the bench. I want Jericho Sims in the 9-man rotation. So if you can move Hartenstein and get back salary, get back scrub with some picks, let's do that. But I am not trading him for Mo Bamba or for anybody unless because I want Jericho Sims in the 9-man rotation right now. Okay. I want Jericho Sims in the 9-man rotation. That's all. Carrillo. Oh, of course, Carrillo. I'm sorry. You are definitely a better coach than Tom Thibodeau. Anyway. What can we get? Honestly, I would like to get expiring money. I'm not looking, again, I am not looking to get a player that's going to impede our 9-man rotation. So when you have like the 9-man rotation, the starting 5 of Mitchell Robinson, RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, Quentin Grimes, Jalen Brunson. You got your 4 guys of Obi Toppin, Isaiah Hartenstein. You got Emmanuel Quickly, and you got who's the other guy? Who am I missing? Obi Toppin. Obi Toppin. I don't want anything messing with that. Nothing. I'm not trading for anybody that impedes on those 9 guys. Now, the 3 guys on the end of the bench, I want expiring money. I'm not looking for a player. I want money. Why do I want money? Because I got to re-sign Emmanuel Quickly. I got to re-sign Obi Toppin. So I'm looking for money that I can clear some cash space so I can save money. Y'all got me? See, everybody's looking to see who we can get. It's just a habit. I know some of you, we can maybe get this guy. Well, where are they going to play? Because I'm not breaking up my 9-man rotation for these guys. I'm not breaking them up. Not right now. You don't want to do that. The Knicks are just starting to reach their stride, and some people are talking about trading guys out of the 9-man rotation. Anyway, you want to keep that 9-man rotation. If you could just keep them just like that all the way through the end of this year, the Knicks can win at least 45 games, maybe more. Okay. So that, so when you're thinking about a trade right now, you have to think, okay, we got our 9-man guys right now. What we need is cash. What we need is money. And so bye. What we need is cash. So I want expiring money. Can I get some expiring money? Maybe some picks. Give me some picks and expiring money. Can I get some more picks and expiring money? Because let me explain something to y'all. Continuity is extremely important. Y'all know that, right? That means keeping your same crew together long term. So I want to tell you, if this 9-man rotation stays the same this year and the same 9 men come back next year, the Knicks are winning 50 plus games next year. Okay. If you get Mitch Rob, Julius, RJ, Brunson, and Grimes, Obi, IQ, Deuce, and either Hartenstein or Sims, if those guys you start next year with without making no changes, those guys are winning 50 games next year. Because the continuity is going to be on another level next year. Okay? It's going to be another level. So that's why I'm not worried about who's in this draft. I'm not worried about trading anybody to get somebody, not this year, not next year. This is Tom Thibodeau's 3rd season. Let him run these guys. Now he's got his guys that he wants. Okay, now he got his guys. So let him run his guys for this year and another season. Now they'll be like next season going into training camp. There'll be no question about who's playing where. Everybody's role will be set. And so everybody will know their role. And now you're talking about having a full season with guys that have played together and know their roles. That's 50 wins right there. That's 50 wins right there. Okay. So after next year, now you start to talk about, okay, what superstar wants to come here? Because now you have established a winner. You have established a new culture. You see what I'm saying? You've established a new culture. You established a winner. And now teams are going to be, superstars are going to be like, okay, can I go to New York? Because I think we can win a championship if I'm on there. You see, Luka might say that. I think if I go to New York, I can win a chip. See? That's what you want. You want a guy, you want situations like that, see? And that's what we're talking about. So right now, you could trade those guys and get money and get picks. That's all we're talking about. See, Fournier, I believe he would be in demand if it was next year this time. Because his contract, next year, somebody's got to pay him $19 million. Somebody's got to pay him $19 million, okay? Somebody's got to pay him $19 million. See, Gumby is feeling all kind of vindicated because of Julius Randle. Now this boy's spitting all kind of prophecies. He's spitting. Remember, I told you. My man, Gumby. My man. Now he's just spitting prophecies every 5 seconds. Go ahead, Gumby. Go ahead. Do your thing, man. Do your thing. You earn the right to do that. You earn the right. Yeah, you earn the right, Gumby. You earn the right. Okay, you earned it. You earned it. Gonna be the prophet. That's right. Gonna be the basketball prophet. That's right. You earned the right, brother. You earned it. You called Julius Randle the best player. You were right. He is the best player. Oh, man. Having fun. All right. So, yeah. So, not this year, not next year, but at the end of next year, which would be Tom Thibodeau's now going into his last year of his contract. You want to see what you can get to try to get over the top at that point. Does that make sense, y'all? So then you're talking about a Luka if he's going to be there. Now you're talking, or one of these young cats that's now a young up and coming superstar, like a John Morant, somebody like a LaMelo Ball that might want to come to New York because they see themselves as that guy that can get you over the top. And don't let them be free agents. Well, you ain't got to give up nothing to get them. Now you're talking, okay? Thanks for the $5 Lewis Luck. Let's trade Randle, RJ Grimes, Mitch for Russell Westbrook. Woo, man. That's the thing about also all NBA. When you start to see a guy that was a perennial all NBA like Russell Westbrook and he's declining, you don't want those guys on the decline. As New York Knicks, we've had a lot of those guys on the decline when they come to the Knicks. I mean, do you realize we had Tracy McGrady on our team? We had Stevie Franchise on our team. We had those guys in Knicks uniform. They weren't the same players that they were when they were all NBA though, right? We had Jalen Walker. No, I keep saying Jalen Walker. Damn. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The lefty that he's messing with the girl on ESPN. Jalen Rose. We had Jalen Rose after his prime. We had Stevie Francis after his prime. We had Anthony McDyess after his prime. We had Tracy McGrady after his prime. Penny after their prime. We don't want these guys after their prime. When they were just because they were big names once, we don't want them. You know what I'm saying? We need somebody on the come up, like Luka. He's on the come up right now. Or a Ja. He's on the come up right now. Let me tell you, or a Joker or Tatum. Or even, the only old dude I would make the exception for, and I think y'all would agree, is Kevin Durant. Give me Kevin Durant anytime. Kevin Durant can be 38. I'll take it. But that's it. I don't want nothing to do with Zach LaVine. I know he dropped 40 the other night. Nice. I don't want it. I don't want the leprechaun. He too little. Y'all know I like KP, but I got Randle, so I ain't worried about him. I like Siakam, but I got Randle, so I ain't worried about him either. Okay? Orlando, they not giving us Paolo. I know they not. I'm not worried about them either. The Hornets, yes, I would take LaMelo Ball. Detroit, y'all going to think I'm crazy, but if they ever got stupid enough to trade Cade Cunningham, I want him, okay? And, of course, I mentioned the Joker. I mentioned Ja. Of course, there's Zion. Even with the hurt hamstring, I'll take him. I already mentioned Luka. The Sacramento Kings, I don't want De'Aaron Fox. I'm sorry, I don't. I'm happy with what I got. Golden State, I don't want Klay Thompson on the downside. I like him. I know he can still play. I don't want him on the downside. And like I told you, I don't want Jordan Poole either. Clippers, Kawhi, I would give him that shot. Phoenix, Devin Booker. The Trailblazers, I would want Dame Dollar, but he's going to cost $50 million a year. I don't know. But I would want Anthony Simons. I ain't going to front. I would want Anthony Simons. Minnesota, maybe Cat, but I'm not giving up Mitch Rob for Cat. I'm sorry, I'm not doing it. The Lakers, LeBron at 100 years old. No, thank you. Oklahoma City, of course, we all want Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. San Antonio Spurs, you all know I love Devin Vassell coming out of the draft. I wouldn't trade nobody for him right now. And, of course, Houston, you know I'm all in on Tari Eason, and I think we can steal him. I would love to steal Tari Eason. But, you see, there's not that many out there that I would go after right now with the team that we now have. I'm not worried about anybody else. I love our team. And so we drafted really well. I would take Jaylen Brown or Tatum. Of course, Tatum would be number one in those duo, but Jaylen Brown ain't no slash. I would definitely take Jaylen Brown. No doubt. I would take Jaylen Brown today, now. And I'm going to tell you something. He's going to be something you might be surprised, but I would trade RJ Barrett for Jaylen Brown. I would. I wouldn't trade Quentin Grimes for him, but I would trade RJ Barrett for him. I would. I'm just saying. That's Jaylen Brown. I would. Okay, he's further along than RJ, and that would be a fair trade. In my view, that would be a fair trade. Kyrie is talented. I would love fellowshipping with Kyrie. If I was going to hang out with an NBA player, of all NBA players, it would be Kyrie Irving. But on my team, no. As a brother, there's nobody in the NBA I would respect more than Kyrie Irving. I respect Kyrie Irving above all. But Anthony Edwards is a budding superstar. He's not there yet. He's a budding superstar, though. He has to carry his team a little bit better. You understand what I'm saying? He's got to be that guy to carry them, and he hasn't been that guy. All right, well, he hasn't been that guy, and I'm not giving away the farm for him right now. In fact, maybe we can get Ant cheap if he wants out. I don't know what his contract is. Has he signed an extension yet, Anthony Edwards? I don't think he has. Has Anthony Edwards signed an extension? I don't think he has yet. Yeah, I think isn't Ant on his rookie deal right now? Minnesota ain't stupid, though. They ain't letting him go. I mean, they ain't stupid. Not right now. They were stupid in the past, but I don't see them letting him go, man. That would be dumb. It's like they said, dumb. That would be dumb. You can't know. I would not let him go. Shoot. Let me see. I'm gonna look at Ant's contract real quick. Let me just take a look here. Ant is on. Where Anthony Edwards at? Anthony Edwards right now he's got $10 million left. He's going to be a free agent soon. Anthony Edwards, let me take a look at this. Anthony Edwards right now, he's extension eligible. Has he signed? He has not signed an extension. That's big news. Anthony Edwards has not signed an extension. He's extension eligible, and he has not signed an extension. That's interesting. That is very interesting. He's extension eligible. He's worth a 5 years, $195 right now. Shoot, I don't know, y'all. I would take Ant in a heartbeat. Whoa. But who we giving up? I don't want to give up Grimes, though. Daggone, I don't want to give up Quentin Grimes, man. We got one. We got one right here. I don't want to give up Grimes. I don't. That's what cash out. I don't want to give up Grimes. I don't want to give him up, man. I don't. We got us. We got one, man. We got one. Okay. That's a tough one. I want Anthony Edwards, though. I ain't going to front. I don't think if we gave up Liam Nelson, RJ and Obi wouldn't need to give up 3 firsts. I don't think. I think 2 would get that done. RJ and Obi and 2 firsts would get that done. I think that would get that done. That would be hard to do. Shoot. See, that's a hard one. Y'all got me with that one. Because I would start Ant and Quentin. I would start Ant and Quentin. Shoot. Damn, shoot. Yeah, shoot. Reb, what are you saying? I didn't catch what you said. You said Reddish, Fournier, and RJ for who? Reb, I didn't catch that. You said Reddish, RJ, and Fournier for who? Who you say? I didn't catch that. I'm sorry, I didn't catch what you said. You said Reddish, Fournier, and RJ. Wait. You mean like a little Ant? I mean, you're not talking about Anthony Edwards. You can't be. So if you're Minnesota, you're going to say, oh, yeah, I can't wait to take on Evan Fournier and Cam Reddish for one of the future superstars of the league. I can't wait to do that. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Come on, man. You got to come correct. I'm not saying give up the farm, but you talking about Anthony Edwards, you got to come correct. You know what they used to say back when I was a kid. You got to bring ass to get ass. You ain't bringing no ass with that. Come on, baby. Now, if you're talking about RJ and Obi, okay. Now if you're Minnesota, you can go back to your owner and say, okay, we got RJ Barrett and Obi Toppin for Ant. because Ant probably wouldn't want to stay there. That's why they can't sign him, right? But you're not going to get away with that. I mean, that would be talking about fleece, man. You give Leon Rose whatever he wants if he was to pull that deal off. You give Leon Rose whatever he wants if you pull that deal off. If you could send Reddish, Fournier, and RJ and get Anthony Edwards, oh my gosh, that would be a steal of the century. Oh my gosh. So now you're telling me we still got IQ, we still got JB, we still got Grimes, and now you adding Anthony Edwards? What? That would be amazing, but I don't think Minnesota is going to do that. That would not be a smart move. So, but I can see a Obi, RJ, and 2 number ones. That could happen now. Yes, Abraham, I'm believing in Julius this playoffs, and I'll tell you why. Against the Leprechaun, if you remember, they didn't have a guy like a Grimes that can go off the dribble. We had Reggie Bullock. They didn't have JB that could be clutch. We had a guy that couldn't even score, and then we had Derrick Rose who couldn't be play but so many minutes. So we did not have what we have now. They could triple at that. Julius Randle could be double and triple team, and he turned the ball over. This Julius Randle is giving the rock up, right? So yes, he's going to do 100% better this playoffs. It's going to be 100% better. In fact, I think Julius will be a problem in the playoffs for the opposing team. See, when we played the Leprechaun in them, we only had Julius. RJ was only in his second year. Okay, so that was a different scenario. Right now, you got Julius playing even better than he did that year. He's got Jalen Brunson. You got all of the youngins coming up. Grimes is here. Deuce is here. IQ is coming up. They got all the youngins coming up. So now you got a different team this year. So I'm really high on the Knicks. The team that I'm fearing right now in the East, and if the playoffs was to start today, the Knicks would probably have to play them, and they'd be knocked out in the first round. That's Brooklyn. I don't want to face Brooklyn in the first round. I don't. Anybody else? I'll take Milwaukee in the first round. I'll take Milwaukee in the first round. I'll take Boston in the first round. I'll take Cleveland in the first round. I'll take Philly in the first round. That's not going to be easy, but I'm telling you, Brooklyn's going to be rough, especially if Irving and Durant stay healthy. They are going to be rough. And then especially if you get this dude, man, who I always thought was good, but he's been hurt for like 3 years, TJ Warren. I think he's been hurt since the bubble. But when dude is healthy, that cat can play. Okay, TJ Warren could play. Ever since he was in Phoenix, I've been watching him. I wanted the Knicks to get him. He could flat out play. He just wasn't available. If those 3 dudes are healthy, come playoff time. What's they saying his name? Claxton? They're gonna be rough, man. Them cats are gonna be a tough out. I'm telling you right now. No, I'm not saying nice. Don't get me wrong. Now they're gonna be tough. Bucks or the Heat would be. I'm not worried about the Heat. I'll be honest. I'm not. The Bucks though, yes, because they won a chip already. But the Heat, I'm not worried about the Heat. I really am not. But Boston would be tough. Milwaukee would be tough. Philly, all of them will be tough outs now. But I don't want to deal with Brooklyn. I think Brooklyn could be a juggernaut. If Kyrie gets hurt, everything's off. Okay? But if Kyrie stays healthy and they got Claxton and they got Durant and they got TJ Warren healthy, that team is going to be very tough to beat. Very tough to beat. Okay, I thought they would be in this position last year, but Kyrie got hurt, and then TJ Warren was hurt, so that's why they didn't make it. But if you get those guys healthy, you got a squad. We're not even talking about Ben Simmons. Remember, I didn't even mention him, but you're talking about those other guys. Those cats are going to be good, man. They're going to be really good. And so, yeah, and then you got youngins like Thomas, and they got another youngin too. Who else? They got 2 youngins that's really good there, but. Aside from Claxton's a youngin too. They got some really. They're gonna be tough. They got Royce O'Neal. He's a playoff. They got Seth Curry, playoff performer. Those 2 dudes are playoff dudes. Okay, they're gonna be rough. I don't want to mess with them. I'm just telling you. I hate Brooklyn, but I don't want to mess with them. Not in the first round. Give me anybody else. I'll deal with them. Anybody else. I think we got a better shot of coming out of the first round than Brooklyn. See. Brooklyn is just a better team right now, playing on a high level. So at least if we can get in the second round against them, we would have overachieved. Let's see what we could do. Yeah, and Mitch is right. Mitch didn't play against the Hawks, but that is what it is. But it's just a different team now. And Mitch is a different player now. So you got Mitch, right? And let me tell you, they're all going to get better by the time you get to March. You're going to have a even better Knicks team than you got right now. That's why I'm saying just stick with your 9-man rotation, Mr. Thibodeau. And please give Deuce McBride 21 minutes like you did today. Keep doing that. I want to see Deuce get 21 minutes. If you see what happened when Deuce got 21 minutes? He put the clamps on Fred VanVleet when he was on, okay? Fred VanVleet wasn't going nowhere with Deuce on. Deuce McBride does defense, baby, and let him get. And even Wally said, you know what? Somebody was complaining about Wally, and I hear you, but I would listen to Wally 100 days out of 100 than listen to Reggie Miller or Richard Jefferson. 100 days out of 100, I would listen to Wally. Wally got the New York Knicks pom-poms on. He's really the only guy on the side, the color that he has the New York Knicks pom-poms on. Every foul's against the other team. I like him. He's like Tommy Heinsohn for the Knicks. I like that. See, so I don't have a problem with Wally. I got no problem with Wally. I like Wally. So Wally said, though, he said if Deuce McBride gets consistent, he said that. He said if Deuce McBride gets consistent minutes, you're going to see that shot go down. And he's right. And I've been telling you all that. Tom needs to keep this brother. Again, what are we now? 18, 19, and 4 when Deuce McBride plays more than 15 minutes? He was more Deuce McBride against them because he was plus 14. That's more Deuce-like. That's Deuce-like, that plus minus. Plus minus can be deceiving, but if you got a guy that's consistently double digits plus, that's not deceiving. That means that team is better when that guy's on the floor. Okay, period, end of story. Okay, so if you have a big sample size and he's plus every time he's on the floor, they're plus, like Emmanuel Quickly with Deuce. Matter of fact, check this out. Check this out as far as lineups. Check this out. So the top lineups for the Knicks, and I love looking at this because it makes me feel good about my crew. But the first best lineup was only played 23 minutes together. It's Mitch Robb, Cam Reddish, Randle, Brunson, and Barrett. That's plus 41. But Reddish ain't playing no more, so we can forget that. The second one has played 92 minutes together. That's Mitchell Robinson, Randle, Quickly, McBride, and Grimes. That's plus 17. See? That's what I'm talking about. See, that's what I'm talking about. So if you can keep those cats on the floor together, then this can win some basketball games. Okay, plus 17. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. No, not any lineup. The numbers don't say that, Gumby. I mean, most of them, but Randle with Quickly, Hartenstein, Grimes, and Brunson is -6. Randle with Robinson, Fournier, Brunson, and Barrett is
-12. So not every lineup with Randle, is all that. I'm just saying. But Randle's best showing really to me is with Robinson, of guys that are playing now. Robinson, Randle, Quickly, McBride, and Grimes are plus 17. Yeah, that's his best lineup to me. That's because you can't count the Reddish one. It was only 23 minutes and he's not playing. Right now, the starting five is plus 13. With Randle, Grimes, Brunson, Barrett, and Richard Robinson, they played 304 minutes together. They're plus 13. See, so that's what I'm saying. Don't trade nobody in your 9-man rotation. Y'all hearing me? Don't trade nobody in your 9-man rotation right now. Don't trade nobody in your 9-man rotation. Your 9-man rotation is plus 12 for your starters, and you got plus 17 on the bench. Let's keep that. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Just keep that. Okay. As long as they all stay healthy, we are in good shape, y'all. We're in very good shape. And so I told y'all, top 6. Here we are, top 6. And we're getting better. So you listen, don't jump off bridges if they lose 2 in a row, okay? Tom Thibodeau needs to be fired. Come on, y'all. Calm down. We're going to be all right. Okay, we're going to be all right. Long term, we're going to be fine, y'all. We really are. We're going to be good. I'm telling y'all. Just stay calm. We're going to be all right. Okay? Stay cool, stay calm, stay collected. We're going to be good. They're going to be playing better ball as the season goes on. Now, I just want to prepare y'all. I'm pushing, like I said, please vote for all your guys. Vote for all 5 of your starters for the All-Star team. Every vote you can. Do it every day. Please vote for your. In fact, I'm gonna start saying that between now and the All-Star. Vote for all 5 Knicks guys in the All-Star team every day. Make sure you do it. They don't let you do it. If they let me do it twice a day, I would. But I vote for all my guys every day. Okay, do that because Juju is going to be there. But I want to see Brunson there too. RJ really, even though he's played well, he's just now missed some time, and he probably play well when he comes back. I don't think he's going to make it this year. It's just going to be hard. There's just too many guys in front of us. But next year, if the Knicks finish top 6 this year, and don't let them win a first-round series. So then next year, you come back with the same 9 guys. You're going to have 2 All-Stars. RJ and Julius Randle will be All-Stars next year. Okay? I don't know if Brunson will because there's a lot of really good point guards ahead of him. But RJ and Julius will be All-Stars next year because they'll be 50 wins plus next year. Okay? Keep those same guys. We're going to be running next year. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, but please vote your guys, man. These are your guys. These are the guys that the New York Knicks. They're wearing orange and blue. Vote all 5 of them. Forget everybody else. Vote all 5 of your guys. Keep voting your guys. That's how they get in there. Vote all 5 of your guys, okay? And let's keep doing that, Knicks Nation. Vote for our guys that they could, I want to see both two guys in there. I mean, but Julius to me is a lock. You can't keep him. There's no way Julius Randle stays off this All-Star. There's just no way. You cannot keep him off it. He's a lock, man. To me, he's a lock to be in there. I don't care who the fans are voting for. The coaches and players are going to put him on that team because he's a lock. He's just too good. Do you know, guess what player on the Knicks has the most All-Star votes right now? Guess which player on the Knicks has the most All-Star votes? What would you say without looking? What player on the Knicks has the most All-Star votes? Yeah, Derrick Rose, man. See how crazy this is? Derrick Rose? Seriously? You see how people don't know the Knicks? There's a lot of kids out here that's probably got a poster of MVP Rose on their wall, and they're voting for Rose. Rose ain't no All-Star. But you see, that's how it works. So you can't go by always what the fans are voting. He ain't All-Star good, nice. He ain't All-Star. He ain't above. He shouldn't be an All-Star above Jalen Brunson. He shouldn't be an All-Star above Emmanuel Quickly. Come on. No. So that's what I'm saying. So you're going to see players that the fans voted for, and then the coaches are going to get guys. Julius is going to be in that second group. He's just too good this year. He really is. He's just too good. Yeah, he's well liked. That's right. He's got a big following in China. That's exactly right. With the sneaker thing, he's got a big following in China, and Chicago loves him. So yes, he's going to get votes. But I'm just telling you, that's how sometimes absurd the All-Star voting is. Okay, that's how absurd it is. So yeah. So, but vote for your guys. Vote for your guys every day. Vote for your starting 5 for the Knicks in the NBA All-Star team. Yeah, you see what you can get. Yeah, I'm looking at Brunson as the most improved, but somebody brought up a really good candidate in Lauri Markkanen, and I can't deny that. Lauri Markkanen is playing All-Star level right now. Matter of fact, where is Utah? Utah is kind of like, isn't Utah like in the playoffs? They're in the playoffs right now. Let me see now. Utah, where are they? Oh, no, they're in the 10th seed. So it's gonna be no. If they end the year in the 10th seed, it'll be Brunson. See, you got to go by your team's success as well as the player. So Lauri Markkanen is playing his tail off this year. But if Utah ends up in the play-in and the Knicks are top 6 or even better, Brunson is your most improved player. That's how they do it. You got to look at the team's success. That's also a measure of how these guys get voted for this, because the writers and the coaches and everybody votes for these guys. So yeah, I know. See, go for it. And so we crazy for not starting Rose, right? But they don't know the Knicks. They're not paying attention to the Knicks. Okay. Okay, so yeah, so please vote for your dudes, man. Vote for your orange and blue. I vote for the starting 5 every day. Just please do that. Make sure you do that so that we can get some reps in there. I know Juju's going to be there. I'm hoping maybe we can make a miracle happen and have Brunson in there. It's going to be tough, though. Kyrie's a lock. Kyrie's a lock. He's going to, and so is Garland, and so is Donovan Mitchell. They're locks. These guys are going to be voted in, and they should be. But the coaches get to choose the other guys. Yeah, coaches get to choose the other guys. So we'll see. We'll see. But yes, to answer Sean Rose's question, I really think Brunson is the lead at this point because of Utah being under 500. I think Brunson is the leading candidate for your most improved player this year. I think he gets that. Okay, I think he really does. He gets that. And to be quite honest with you, I'm looking at Quickly as the sixth man of the year. If they keep playing the way they're playing, I'm looking at Quickly. Can y'all name a sixth man of the year of a playoff contending team right now that's better than Quickly? Can y'all? I mean, Jordan Clarkson's team is in the play-in. They're in number 10 right now. So who are you giving me as far as better than Quickly for your sixth man of the year? A playoff team. Who's a playoff team that's got a better sixth man than Emmanuel Quickly? I don't know one. I'm just trying to think. I don't know. Maybe the kid in Miami. What's that kid's name? Tyler Hero. But the Knicks are ahead of them in the standings. Are we tied? Where is Miami? Miami's right now a game behind us. So it's close. Maybe Tyler Hero. Bones, yes, right. You're right, Cash Out James. Bones and Portis, right? Bobby Portis. That's right. I like these names you're putting up. There's Bobby Portis, there's Bones Highland, there's Tyler Hero, and there's Emmanuel Quickly. So a lot is going to depend on where we finish. But you're right. If Denver right now is the top of the West. So Denver is the top of the West. You got to look at Bones, number one. Okay, yeah. Oh, yes, you can't sleep on Mathurin either, Sean. That's right. But I like Mathurin and Paolo Banchero as rookies of the year. Everybody's high on Banchero, and for good reason. Banchero is going to be a superstar, in my opinion. He's going to be a superstar. But Mathurin's kind of already pushing that thing, man. I would go for Mathurin. And not only that, Mathurin's a key piece. Orlando right now is what? They're 10, 11, 12. They're 13 in the East. Mathurin's team is tied with the Knicks for the 6th seed. And Mathurin's a major contributor. I'm kind of leaning toward Matthew, to be honest with you. Paolo, in all respect, Gumby, I think Paolo's a better version of Julius Randle. Julius Randle is now in his 8th season. Paolo is a rookie. I see Paolo being like Julius or better in 2 years. It's how good this kid is. Mathurin's coming off the bench probably because they got an a-hole coach. No, let me see. No, what's that dude's name from Dallas? Rick, what's his name? Rick something. Anyway, he's the coach. But who are they starting in front of him? Andrew Nembhard. Well, Nembhard's good. I don't know why he's starting in front of Mathurin, though. I don't get it. I don't know why he's starting in front of Mathurin. Nembhard's good. They should start Mathurin, though. It's only a matter of time. It's not like if, it's when. Mathurin is going to end up being the star in that. Rick Carlisle, right. So Mathurin's going to end up being the star on that team, and he is end up going to start. This is his rookie year, so we got to wait. But it's only a matter of time. And Indiana is winning, and Carlisle rightfully probably doesn't want to mess with the lineup the way it is right now because they're winning. They're tied with the Knicks for the 6th seed, and I think they won a bunch of games in a row. Let me see here. I think if I'm looking at the standing, they're very hot. Indiana. They have won in their last 10. They're 7-3. Yeah, so the Indiana's a hot team right now. They're a hot team. So he probably doesn't want to mess with the chemistry because they're killing it right now. So, hey, Justin Moore. Yes, be safe out there. Vote for your Knicks for your All-Stars, please. Yeah, well, that's right, Andrew. They were saying because it was empty stadium. Well, that's not true anymore. That's not true. Dude's showing himself now, man. Julius out there doing business on a consistent basis. You know, he's out there doing business. Oh, yeah. So, I mean, Arizona had 3 dudes on that team. There was Mathurin, Koloko, and there's the guy that Chicago got. What was that guy's name? The defensive dude. This dude's a lockdown 7-foot wingspan defender, man. I forgot his name, but he's another problem defensively. He's not offensively a problem yet, but he's defensively a problem. He was the guy that Arizona will put on the other teams. No, it wasn't Green. It wasn't Green. I'll tell you who it is. No, it wasn't Green. It was hold on. I'll tell you. No, it wasn't Green. Where's this cat at? I don't see him on there. Man, what's this guy's name? Daggone it. Y'all know who I'm talking about. DeLon. Where's DeLon at? DeLon Terry. Where is he at? I thought he was on Chicago. Yeah, where is he at? DeLon Terry. That's right. Where is he at? What team? Is he on Chicago? Let me just see. I thought he was on Chicago. Is Terry on Chicago? Let me see here. Yes, he is. Dalen Terry. I like him, man. He's not getting a lot of time with the. He's in the G League. Okay, that's cool. He need to be in the G League. He was a second round pick, something like that, late first, second. He need to be in the G League. He needs some more offense, but he's going to be good. Yeah, he's going to be good. He's going to be really good. Yeah. Defensively, he's going to be a monster, man. I'm telling you. I like him. But Mathurin should, to me, he's the leading candidate for Rookie of the Year. They might give it to Banchero because of his name, but as far as the team, the guy that's playing for the team that's winning and contributing to winning, that's Ben Mathurin. Hands down, to me, he's the Rookie of the Year. To me, right now. There's no rookie making an impact like him. So that's what I would say. I would give it to Mathurin. Okay. He's making an impact on winning. Okay. And it's a matter of time. I mean, he's going to start eventually, probably next season, even at the end of this year. He'll be starting. Right now, I can understand Carlisle, like I said, he's not going to mess with it because it's winning. It's working. They're 7-3 in their last 10. They tied for 6 in the East. Why mess with that? By the way, big game coming up Wednesday night. Knicks against Indiana. Wednesday night. And this is a different Indiana team than we beat a couple of weeks ago. Y'all remember we started the 8-game streak. No, we started against Cleveland, the 8-game streak. We beat Cleveland, then we went on an 8-game streak. But we did, part of that 8 games was Indiana. We beat Indiana in that stretch. So they're going to come back, and they're coming back with vengeance. We playing them Wednesday night. I think we're playing them at the Garden. Let me just see here. I think we're playing them at the Garden Wednesday night. Let's see here. Yep, we're playing them at the Garden Wednesday night. Glad it's not Friday. We're playing them at the Garden Wednesday night. And so, I am. Halliburton also. He could be also most improved. That's right. Halliburton's only in his second year, and he's going to be an all-star this year. I mean, he won't get voted in, but he's going to be picked. Halliburton's going to be an all-star. That dude is good, man. That guy can play ball. We kind of knew that because some of us wanted Halliburton instead of Obi. I know I did. I did know they were going to draft Obi if Cleveland didn't pick him. But Halliburton and Devin Vassell were the two guys I was looking at that year. And I wish, obviously, if we picked Halliburton, we'd be in good shape right now. But anyway. Yeah. So anyway, brethren, always good hanging out with y'all. Always good having fun with y'all. My man Gumby came tonight. That's good. My man Gumby, the Julius Randle Hive. He's the one-man Julius Randle Hive. You can't say nobody else is bigger Juju Hive than Gumby. I think, we can't really. Juju ain't got a bigger fan than Gumby in the world. We know that, right? So good for him, man. Good for Juju. Good for the Knicks. So the next game's against Milwaukee. We'll talk about that game Monday morning. I appreciate that, Gumby. I appreciate that. Have a good night, Miss Stevenson. I appreciate that, Gumby. But Monday, we'll talk about the Milwaukee game. They have a big game against Milwaukee coming up, especially since Milwaukee just lost the game. Teams like that don't like to lose 2 in a row. They're really good. And so we're going to have a problem. The only thing is Middleton has been out. I don't know what happened while he's out. He did not play against Charlotte, and they got spanked. So I don't know what's going to happen. He might come back against the Knicks. We'll see what happens. He's listed as, let me see, what is he listed as? Is he day-to-day or is he just out? Let me see here. Where is this cat at? Where are the Bucks? There he is. Let's see now. Bucks injuries. He's got a knee problem. He's ruled out against the Hornets. They got beat. I don't know if he's going to come back against the Knicks or not. but that's key. But as we know, they beat us without him, so it's not like they need him to beat us. So we need to be on our game on Monday night. The Knicks have won 4 straight. Let's see if we can get this W. They're playing really good ball. Juju is playing at all NBA level. They're playing good ball. Maybe Obi might see some minutes. I don't know. He's going to get ramped up. Maybe not, though. Maybe later on. Maybe he'll get back in the game against Indiana, get in for a few minutes, get his feet wet. But the Knicks are playing really good ball right now. Yeah. So here we go. May the Most High bless you and keep you and cause his face to shine upon you, be gracious unto you and lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. Y'all, please be safe, enjoy. We'll talk to you Monday. Hopefully everybody's happy and healthy. We can talk on Monday. Have a good rest of your weekend. Shalom.